Does God control our destiny, or do we have free will? Dear brothers and friends, today we gather to reflect on a profound and significant question. Does God control our destiny, or do we have free will? This question has been debated by theologians and philosophers for centuries. As we explore this topic, we will consider the teachings of the Scriptures, the role of Jehovah and Jesus in our lives, and how we can understand the relationship between divine sovereignty and human freedom. The Bible teaches us that Jehovah is sovereign over all creation. In Psalm 103:19 we read, "The Lord has established his throne in heaven, and his kingdom rules over all." This verse underscores Jehovah's absolute sovereignty, indicating that he has control and authority over the entire universe. Jehovah, as the creator and sustainer of all, has a plan and purpose for his creation. At the same time, the Bible also teaches us that humans have free will, the ability to make decisions and choose between different courses of action. In Deuteronomy 30:19 we read, "I call heaven and earth as witnesses today against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both you and your descendants may live." This verse shows that Jehovah presents options to people and gives them the freedom to choose. The tension between divine sovereignty and human free will is a recurring theme in the Scriptures. In Proverbs 16:9 we are told, "A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps." This verse suggests that while humans can make plans and decisions, it is ultimately Jehovah who guides and directs their steps. This interaction between human will and divine guidance highlights the complexity of the relationship between Jehovah's sovereignty and our freedom. The New Testament also addresses this issue. In Philippians 2:12-13, Paul writes, "Therefore, my beloved, as you have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, for it is God who works in you both to will and to do for his good pleasure." This passage shows that while believers are called to work out their salvation, it is Jehovah who works in them, both to will and to do his will. Jesus also teaches about the importance of free will in our decisions. In John 7:17, Jesus says, "If anyone wills to do his will, he shall know concerning the doctrine, whether it is from God or whether I speak on my own authority." Jesus emphasizes that a person's willingness to do Jehovah's will is crucial for understanding and accepting his teaching. This freedom of choice is an essential component of our relationship with Jehovah. The interaction between Jehovah's sovereignty and human free will is clearly seen in the life and ministry of Jesus. Although his death and resurrection were part of Jehovah's sovereign plan for the redemption of humanity, Jesus also exercised his free will by submitting to his Father's will. In Luke 22:42, Jesus prays in the Garden of Gethsemane, "Father, if it is your will, take this cup away from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but yours be done." This prayer shows Jesus' willingness to choose Jehovah's will over his own desires. The congregation plays a vital role in helping us understand and balance Jehovah's sovereignty and our free will. By gathering to study the Bible, pray, and worship together, we can learn and grow in our understanding of these concepts. In Hebrews 10:24-25, we are exhorted, "And let us consider one another in order to stir up love and good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as is the manner of some, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching." The congregation is a place where we can receive support and counsel as we seek to live according to Jehovah's will. Applying these principles in our daily lives involves recognizing Jehovah's sovereignty while exercising our freedom of choice with responsibility and faith. By trusting in Jehovah and seeking his guidance in our decisions, we can live lives that reflect his love and purpose. Practicing daily devotion and meditating on the Scriptures allows us to deepen our relationship with Jehovah and Jesus, and live according to their teachings. Moreover, it is important to remember that our freedom of choice comes with the responsibility to seek and follow Jehovah's will. In James 1:5, we are encouraged, "If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him." By seeking Jehovah's wisdom in our decisions, we can be confident that he will guide us on the right path. In conclusion, the Bible teaches us that Jehovah is sovereign over all, but he also grants us free will to make decisions and choose our path. The interaction between divine sovereignty and our freedom is complex, but we can trust that Jehovah guides and directs our steps when we seek his will. May this reflection inspire us to live with active faith and deep love for Jehovah and Jesus, always striving to fulfill their will in everything we do. Amen.